And welcome to Tell Me Something Good. My name is Stefan Kaplan, and I am a social media and visual specialist, and I am also a live stream producer. I am here today because I had this crazy idea, imagine that, to start doing things for social good more and more and more. I have my own spin at Social Hour. Let's talk social media for social good. But I wanted to have a spin-off called Tell Me Something Good, where I'm just going to grab people I know here and there, not literally just grab them and bring them on screen, but ask them if they've got a great project going on, or if I knew about this great project going on, some cause they're working with. It could be an organization. It could be anything they're doing, raising money for something. And I wanted to reach out to my network, and I wanted to simply help share more of the things that they're involved in. 15, 20-minute, 30-minute conversation at the most. I basically wanted to use my streaming channels to help others in my network. We're all in this together, and we can all use social media for social good. And this is my latest experiment to try to make a difference in this crazy world. So I'm going to bring on a friend of mine today. His name is Andrew Kavanagh. And he's going to tell you about a project that he's working on. And he's such a great community builder in the photo community, in the Photoshop community. I wanted to bring Andrew on to talk about his projects that he's working on and share my channel for him. So, Andrew, welcome.
Hey, everybody. How you doing, Stefan?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Very good. Very good.
I'm thrilled to have you on as the first person in my crazy experiment of doing more social good. And that's what it's about these days. We're all working really hard. We're all juggling a lot. You are incredible at what you do, and I'm very appreciative of all the help you've given me. So I wanted to give back to you that way and bring you on for a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes and talk about what you're doing. So tell me something good, Drew.
Yeah. Pandemic has been crazy. So, I was already pretty introverted beforehand, but I think I've ranched that up a couple notches to be even more introverted ever since. But I've been doing a lot of digital art and digital art Drew. So got to keep up with the name.
Yeah,
But,
you're wearing that fancy Adobe shirt. I like that shirt.
That's right. Adobe.
That is like three-dimensional. I like
Adobe to infinity.
it. Adobe to infinity.
Right.
And this
But
is also, this is also what it's about, bringing someone on who's got a great spirit like you do, and just hashing out some great conversation for 20 to 30 minutes about you. So go with it.
So yeah, Photoshop, is my thing, and big fan of Adobe Photoshop, and been working with it since the 90s. Worked for advertising and different retouching studios and whatnot.
Mhm.
And started doing my own digital art as well. So I do photo montage, composites, and then back in, was it 2010, I started a Photoshop and Lightroom group on Facebook.
Mhm.
And pretty positive topic. A lot of people want to share their work. A lot of great photography, a lot of photo composites. And so the group grew to like 446,000 members.
Yeah,
So
you really did a number with that, man. I tell you, that was amazing.
yeah, a little too much though, to the point that we ended up deciding with the admins to archive it and start another group with the same name, Photoshop and Lightroom. And now that's on its way to 300,000 members. It's at about 282 now, I think, 1,000. But yeah, it's pretty intense. And I do have a squad of moderators and admins that help me. So thank you all very much. Keeps me sane, having other people to help me with that. But it's great groups, a lot of great sharing. And, being on the video platform, I tend to do sometimes 2 or 3 live video events every month. So I will host live video events focused on Photoshop and or photography, or both. And I also started some new shows that I'm also showcasing on my YouTube channel. One is a digital art talk with Sandra Dan, which I will also be doing later today. So Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific time, digital art talk with Sandra Dan. And then on Fridays, I will be doing a series called Photoshop and Photography, where I showcase a photographer or a Photoshop artist, their
Mhm.
work, and just kind of have a casual kind of chat, interview, talk.
Right.
This Friday, I'm going to be doing a live event with Jan Kabili from Adobe,
Oh,
whose
nice.
work, yeah, very, very interesting what she does. So that'll be nice.
Well, that's what I love about you. You bring on so many people, you teach so many people, so many skills. When I needed help in creating some art that I needed for
Mm.
my show, you jumped right in without hesitation and you helped create this.
Yeah,
Uh,
nice.
and did some touching up on it for me and added some special background and effects to it for me. And but tell us about your latest project, which is growing this network and this community on YouTube now, because we want people to know about you more, because you do so much for the Photoshop community and everybody. We want to hear about that.
Sure. Did you want to share my screen?
Sure, sure, sure. Let's do that.
Jump over.
And let me move this over. Whoops. Let me move that over like
Looks,
that. There
looks
we
good.
go.
Looks good. Great. So yeah, if you go to YouTube and you do a simple search for digital art Drew, as you can
Mhm,
see in the banner up here,
mhm.
um, I'm focusing on Photoshop tutorials, Photoshop and photography live talks, the digital art talk. And as you can see right up top, I have one scheduled for today at 2 p.m. for the digital art talk with Sandra Dan.
Yeah, she's great. She's Centra's in New Zealand, right?
Australia. So,
Australia. Oh,
yeah.
she's going to get mad at me again.
Yeah, right. They get mad when you.
I, just, I made that mistake once, I think.
Yeah, it's like also saying like someone has a English accent when they're from Australia, or
Oh boy.
vice versa. It's like,
But wonderful photographer and wonderful human being. I
yeah,
love
she does great work, and so so on my channel you'll see just the general uploads, but then there's the live video events. So
Mhm.
we did one recently with 𝐬𝐸 Ramirez from the Photoshop training channel that you see here. That was great. Really wonderful tips and tricks, and great attendance. We've
Mhm.
done some about NFTs. So we talk about, what are NFTs, try to demystify that.
I remember
Um,
that one. That was a good one. That
yep.
was
Art of
they're
portrait
all good. They're all
photography.
good. But that one I watched the entire thing because I've been perplexed and incredibly interested in NFTs, but I'm proceeding with caution.
Right. I'm not sure if it makes me want to jump in more or jump in less after
I know, right?
this.
You had that feeling, right? Afterwards was,
Yeah.
do I want to jump in more? Do I want to jump in the shallow end of the pool or the deep end of the pool?
Right. So I did, art of portrait photography, where Daniel Venter went over, some different things that he would do, like in Lightroom and Photoshop, and
Mhm.
just showing his kind of photography setup and the way that he goes towards doing portraits.
Right.
And then there's some Photoshop tutorials, and then there's the Photoshop and photography talk and the digital art talk. So as you can see, there's only a couple so far. It's brand new. Both of
Yep.
the shows are brand new,
Well,
but
that's why
they're
I wanted to have you on here to tell everybody about it, help you out the way you help others out.
yeah,
Because, like I said, every time I turn around and I need something, you don't hesitate. You just jump
yeah,
in
I'm here. I'm
you
here for you.
and you help.
And
You
I've
know.
been doing these shorts, and I was going to say to you, Stefan, I think for your YouTube channel, you could do some fun shorts. You do a lot of nature-focused videos as well, so I think it would be great for you to focus on shorts. And I
Yeah,
think they're talking about
I,
monetization coming to shorts soon too.
yeah, I like the shorts, and you know what? Shorts are where it's at. It really is. I mean, I have realized the power of short video clips,
Yeah,
even when doing a show. Just cutting something up and putting a short clip out there on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. It really grabs the attention, and that's where we need to be focused on too. You know.
yeah, and Facebook is pushing Reels, so
Mm,
Reels is their
that's right.
version of Shorts. And
That's right.
the thing is, one thing I wish that YouTube would do with Shorts though is I wish they had a little bit more effects, because
Mhm.
Facebook does have some pretty creative effects that you can add to it. I guess they're competing with TikTok,
Right.
um, but YouTube has been a little shy with the kind of filter portrait effects, and it'd be nice to have those options. YouTube does have some good music options you can use. So there's a lot of big names that you will see, a lot of big names that you will see that you can choose from for your music when you do a short on YouTube.
Mhm.
And I guess the reason why you can use them without a lot of copyright problems is the fact that they only let you do it for like the 15-second short. So a lot of different, record companies or management, I guess, is allowing that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I saw anything from Sinatra to Bob Marley to Neil Young to U2, and I was kind of surprised at that music options. But yeah, pretty cool.
Well, I love the way you immerse yourself in everything that's related to live streaming now and Photoshop, of course, which is your expertise. But you've really grabbed the live streaming bull by the horns, so to speak. And you've set up your own nice little studio there, the way I
Yep.
have, the way many of us are now. And but the thing, like I said about you, is community. You're always bringing interesting people on to educate people, and you're not asking people to pay anything. You're not, you're bringing them on, you're educating them, and you're always sharing your knowledge, and that's important, and that's why it's very kind and very nice of you
Okay.
to do that. And I wanted to have you on here today. So tell us some more about what you're working on.
And I was going to say, I'm always surprised that there isn't more people
Mhm.
featuring people in the industry. I mean, there's so many great photographers and artists, and I don't see that many interviews or showcasing. So
Right.
um, that was kind of a big, idea for me was,
Right.
give focus to a lot of these people who have so many wonderful things to share.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then when I created my group back in 2010, Photoshop and Lightroom, my intention for that was to balance it between people who really wanted to learn and people who were somewhat established in the industry.
Right.
And I'm also part of the Adobe user group community. And by being part of that, I know a lot of people in the industry and I've become friends with people in the industry. So I
Right.
could reach out to them and ask, would you like to do, a live event? Can I do an interview with you? So that enabled me to be able to showcase them more by being part of that community. Um, so that was one community that I started with, Adobe User Group community. Then I started the groups, and now I have the Photoshop and Lightroom group,
Yeah.
Photoshop and Photography group,
Yeah.
Digital Art group,
Mhm.
Strange and Surreal group. I tried to do a group about creatives
Yeah, I
monetize,
saw that. Talk about that.
but I couldn't get enough people to kind of jump in and share what they had to share, which was surprising because a lot of people
Yeah.
that had joined have some really good videos and information about monetization, from anything from working on your thumbnails on YouTube
Right.
to affiliate marketing,
Right.
etc. But they just didn't kind of jump into it. So I kind of cut that group and been putting my energy back into the bigger groups.
Well, I think that's great, and that's one of the things I love having conversations with you about, online, offline, everywhere. Is
Yep.
is you're always thinking ahead, always trying to figure out what can be best. If you're stuck in something, move on to something else.
Yep.
And that's what you've done with the YouTube channel now, and it's growing nicely. We want to help you grow it some more. I want to help you grow it some more. But the thing that I wanted to say to you is that you were talking about
I was
monetizing.
going to say though, do you want to put the ticker from YouTube on the screen? So
Absolutely, absolutely. There we go.
there it is, youtube.com, digital art Drew. And you were saying?
No, no, no.
Yep.
Everybody, please check out youtube.com/digital art Drew. He
Yep.
shortened it. He had a little
Yep.
longer. He shortened it. I like it. I
I'm
like
taking a little bit of an SEO hit at the moment though. Like
um,
I'll do a search and the old address comes up. I'm like, oh no. But but
you
in
know,
general, if you were to do a search for digital artist Andrew Kavanagh,
right.
it's pretty good because I've been dedicated for the last 12 years, 14 years, almost posting every single day.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and that's what I would say. Like, if anyone was curious, like
Right.
what makes the success of a video show that like Stefan's been doing, what makes the success of a Facebook group, what makes success as a digital artist is
Mhm.
consistency.
Right.
Every day being dedicated. There's times when you're not even in the mood, you still do it.
Right.
And there's times when you don't want to study an aspect, you study it.
Right.
And it's that kind of dedication and discipline that I think will help you succeed in various things that you focus on.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And the other thing that I'll add to that is
Yep.
that people should always experiment, experiment, try things. Like this is really an experiment. I wanted to see if I don't have the time to be scheduling everything like 2 days in advance, 5 days in advance, even a week in advance. My show is one thing once a month, but this, I wanted to carve out some time whenever I have some time to jump online with somebody such as yourself, give access to my channels to be able to tell people more,
It's also fun. It's fun to kind of be spontaneous and
It is.
impromptu. So
It is. It is. I mean, there's a bit, we did schedule it, but I didn't schedule it till 4 hours ago.
sure.
And I made sure that everything was fine. I went and picked up the kid. I did everything I needed to do.
I love the look of your studio now. The color
Oh,
is quite nice. The solid
thanks.
lighting is good. Bit
Thanks.
jealous here. I got my
No,
little
no,
blue
no.
lights flickering, but
Listen. Slow down there. Slow your roll. Because this is a long time coming. I have my own studio now. We're all living at home. We've all juggled offices during this pandemic
sure.
and space in our homes. This is now my digital studio. It's going to be set up more and more. But I found this great Savage lighting. Savage is a great company that deals with a lot of products for photographers, but they had a great lighting system. I learned about them more and more and more over the years. And then Rick Friedman, a good friend of mine, is a great photographer, said, you should check things out with them more about lighting. So I did. And, I just set up this up and more and more and more, but one of the things I wanted to ask you was,
Tim's in the house though.
Tim. Oh, thank you for letting me know. There he is. Tim Sohn. Tim has a great, incredible show. Last night, I couldn't tune in because I was producing a show for Women to Follow and Rose Horowitz. Check that out. But Tim had a great, powerful show last night. Not a great show, a powerful show dealing with another issue on perspectives on cancer. And he was just amazing. And I see we have Claudia Paul tuning in. Claudia is the amazing person in my life that tuned me into Wendy, who I'm going to have on tomorrow from Artists for World Peace. I carved out some time tomorrow to have her on. So welcome, Claudia. I don't know. Tim wants to do the Tim dance. The Tim dance, right? And then Jerry is in the house from Milford, PA. Jerry's a great artist, entrepreneurial mind who's already telling a lot of people about this new project of mine. Oh, look who's here. Ronaldo's here. Hola, mi amigos y amigas. Ronaldo was out in LA for a long time, Andrew.
That's an interesting portrait. I like that, the kind of motion of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Ronaldo's fantastic. I credit him with being the one who started it all. He put my first camera in my hands when I was 12.
Wow, great. Excellent.
Yeah, a Nikon EM. But anyway, so what's next with Andrew? What's next with digital art, Drew? What can we expect, and what should people do besides, of course, main thing is tune into your YouTube channel. Yep. What else, Andrew?
Yeah, I was gonna say, please subscribe to my YouTube, Digital Art Drew, because I have these live events all the time. And if you subscribe and click the bell, then you get the notifications. You won't miss them. And then, besides just seeing them, you can be part of the conversation. You can be part of the live chat.
Right.
So it's always good to be part of that. It's always kind of fun and give your viewpoint. And I am looking for artists to showcase in the digital art talk. So it's me and Sandra, but I would like to showcase some digital artists, show their work, let them speak a bit about their work, their process. Okay. But yeah,
there's the offer, folks. There's the offer. Grab it.
Yeah, digital art, Drew. I'm very, I want to get tuned into. I put so much energy into Facebook and the groups that I like to kind of build up the YouTube to be able to focus on these live events and share tutorials. But I like the challenge of it. It's something probably should have done 10 years ago, but Andrew, it is what it is. It's time right now.
There are so many things that we all could have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. You know what the point is? Just like I'm doing with this, start it, do it, move, keep moving, keep creating.
And because everything's so video focused, I want to really kind of embrace YouTube, because I believe that if I can build it up and, go and dive into different kind of playlists, different channels, there might be the opportunity that I can also do some promotion stuff of the affiliate stuff that I'm connected to that I really believe in, where I don't have to put out my newsletter. I've been doing a newsletter, an email newsletter, and I'm
Mhm.
just starting to feel all the time that
Mhm.
it's too old school or something.
You
So
know,
like
I have an
people always say newsletters, but I'm just feeling like, I don't know if email's the biggest thing. What were
I'm
you gonna
gonna
say, Steph?
I'm gonna do the
Let's
old
hear your opinion.
I'm gonna do the old teacher thing here, and I'm gonna say that, in an age of digital, in an age of hyper digital time and everything else, email and newsletters are not a moot point. They really aren't. They
Right.
grab people's attention. They give you a lot of information in one quick, concise way, and people can discard them if they don't want them. So I think a newsletter is a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I mean,
Yeah, it's just
I need to
so
learn more about them.
sometimes I get frustrated though because I put out this Photoshop and photography newsletter on Tuesdays,
Mhm.
and I'll get new subscribers, but then when people unsubscribe, sometimes they will mark it as spammy content. And it's like, it's
Mhm.
not spammy content. I focus on an artist like yourself, where you introduce yourself like a bio, you have a couple links, and then you show your work. And then might be only like one or two of my kind of affiliate promos at the end, which is something
Right.
that I completely believe in. It's not like something I'm just putting there.
No.
It's, like Infinite Tools. They do these infinite color and infinite black and white. Love that.
Mhm.
So that's something that I can recommend. And then Sandra Dan, who I do the digital art talk show with,
Mhm.
she has these wonderful textures that she sells and promotes. So I will help promote them as well. Yep.
Okay. Tim's
So
Tim's throwing up the KFG. We know it's KFF. You know what that stands for?
what's KFG stand for?
I'm not going to use the middle word, but it's K effing going. We've got
That's
Dr.
right.
Cat
And
from
he
we
said KGG too. What's KGG?
he's playing around. Tim's always playing around.
Okay.
He's got an incredible sense of humor.
Yeah, see the newsletter thing, some people say it's great, some people it just to be honest feels outdated with all this going on with the different formats for video. I just find that there must be a better market
I'm
to
surprised. I'm surprised that everybody has an opinion about these things, but the bottom line is that we have to see what serves us best and how we can use our time best to get our information out there. But the thing I wanted to close with, after we maybe just chat a little
Yep.
more here for a few minutes, is I wanted to ask you one thing, because the thing that attracted me to you from the beginning and why I wanted you on here today for a quick chat, besides your glamorous LA Hollywood looks, and I want that shirt, dude. I want that shirt. You got to get me
I
one.
believe you can buy it. I'll share the store
You
link
got to
for you.
share the store with me. That is a hyped up shirt. But is the genuine sense of community that attracted me to with you, and what is the essence of building a community the way you have in the Photoshop and Lightroom community and everything? What is the real essence to
Right.
you?
So I touched upon it briefly before, but I when I started the Photoshop and Lightroom group, I was really focused on balancing between people who wanted to learn and people who were in the industry, who had books or courses, and I knew would be able to, give good answers. And, so that's exactly what happened. People would share their work and people would ask questions. And then, these, gurus would kind of answer the questions. And then in time, I think originally I started doing some lives with Adobe Connect, and it was pretty good, with just a little kind of um, limited when it came to video itself, like this type of format.
Hmm.
And then along came StreamYard,
Hmm.
and I've embraced StreamYard. Very happy to
Yeah.
use StreamYard and make it so easy.
And yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's very professional, but they make it so easy. So thank you, StreamYard.
That's right.
And
You've got your beautiful pillow on
that's
displayed.
right.
I actually
That's,
use mine, Andrew.
there's my StreamYard pillow. The Puddles, the duck.
I think I'm
But
one of the few people that uses the actual StreamYard pillow.
But yeah, I mean, utilizing StreamYard, I can then, I could be the host, and then I have guests who talk a bit about the background, and then they share their screen and show their work, and then show like some tips and tricks in either Photoshop or Lightroom.
Mhm.
And it's a great focus to share that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, video is king, and it's not going anywhere. That's for sure. So
Yeah. Well, I have to say in closing, thank you for coming on and telling us about what you're working on, so other people can learn from you. Thank you for all you've helped me with, and I hope that my sharing your information in any way, shape, or form, just the way we can help
appreciate
one
it.
person in other ways, we can help people in these ways.
Sharing is caring, as it says.
Sharing is caring. And as I
Appreciate
always
it.
say, we can all use social media to help others and make a difference in this world. And listen, helping each other, we've done that for 2 or 3 years now, and we've all become so much more in tune with it. And that's what I want to keep doing, because I can't tell you the amazing connections that we all keep making with each other. And that's what it's about. I mean, we're living in a crazy world these days, and all we can do is slow down for 30 minutes, like I'm doing with this, and grab something and run with it. So that's what I wanted to do today. But once again, I want everybody to tune in and check out youtube.com/digital art Drew. Learn from a master here, learn from somebody who cares about the community. And I'm going to let him have a few parting words, and then I'm going to tell you about a couple of things.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me on the show, and it's a great idea for the show. And something tell you something good. One thing could say to everybody is, as Stefan kind of capsulated with his thoughts, is think about how you can help somebody else. So think about how you can go out of your way to help someone, promote someone, do something for someone,
Right.
instead of, I know we're all busy and we all got things we have to do and promote, but, take a little time to do something special for somebody else, do
Yep.
something good for somebody else.
That's
So
all it takes, man. That's why tomorrow, but let me first say one more thing. Actually, Jerry wanted a excellent close.
thanks,
Well,
Jerry.
thank you, Jerry. Jerry's already connected me with so many people he wants me to talk to about sharing their great information about what they're doing some good in the world. He's amazing. But Andrew, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling us about that. And we're going to continue to get your information out there. One of the things, let's see. Oh, Julia's here. Love the concept. Thank you, Julia. Julia, these are just going to be 30-minute max shorts. I'm going to jump on when I can, schedule it a few hours ahead of time. If I have an opening in my schedule later in the day, boom, I'm going to grab somebody like Andrew, not literally grab him. He's in California, but I'm going to pull him through the screen, have some fun, talk about good stuff. And Claudia, I was going to say Claudia Paul, who said hello earlier, right there, is the person. She's an incredible photographer who I had on my previous Spin It Social Hour that I did 50 shows on. But she introduced me already to somebody who, like I said, works leads Artists for World Peace. So tomorrow I carved out 30 minutes. I'm going to schedule that tomorrow morning and have a talk with Wendy and Nasta Black. And we're going to have a great conversation about how people can donate prints to help a reservation in South Dakota and help them with eye care. So that's what it's. There you
Great.
go. So Andrew, thank you so much. Stay
Thank you.
backstage. I want to say goodbye to you for a minute. And everybody, once again, I'm going to put it up here right here. Make sure that you visit youtube.com/digital art Drew, and people keep chiming in here. Claudia says, love the great work you do, stuff. Okay, thank you, Claudia. Thank you. Andrew,
Thank you,
I'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for being a part of this quick 20 to 30-minute chat with Andrew Kavanagh, an incredible digital artist who helped me in many ways do certain things. Like he helped me set up this background for my new Spin It Social Hour. We developed this a bit together. And you can check him out right there. It's subscribe to his YouTube. Once again, that's beautiful, beautiful artwork that he did for his new promo card. And I want to tell you quickly about my next Spin It Social Hour, my full show, which will be Let's Talk Social Media for Social Good on March 16th at 7 p.m. I'll be advertising this a lot and getting it out there. Oh, let me get the banner off, a little snafu there. But it will be with David Beard, who's the executive editor for newsletters at Nat Geo. Where David is one of the people I've listened to more than anyone out there about the use of social media and how to make our use of social media better, more worthwhile, and and all of that. So I can't wait to have him on. But in the meantime, I'm going to say one final thing here. You can all reach me at Spin It Social across the board on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Well, LinkedIn as Stefan Kaplan. And thank you for being here so much. And I'm going to see you again shortly tomorrow with Wendy Nesta Black. And we are going to talk about Artists for World Peace and a great project they're working on. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope this project goes places, and I hope it can help more people out there simply by sharing and telling you all about more people doing good in this world and making a difference in this world. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.